boring is the new cool. And I don't mean being boring with your communication. I'm talking about the idea of boring is actually how to become cool. Boring is the new cool because you need to change your perspective. See, growing up, I used to think the cool guys, I idolized the wrong people. I chased after the wrong things, man. I'm 34 years old now. Most of the things I wanted when I was in my 20s, I've accomplished. If you look at all of the things, if you would have asked me what I wanted on paper, I've accomplished all of those things. Having a big following, making a lot of money, living in the penthouse in Miami, having high levels of pickup game, being with a lot of women, partying, driving the Lamborghini, rocking the Rolex, jacked, tatted. It's everything I wanted on paper. It's everything I want on paper. And honestly, a lot of those things were great experiences. And a lot of those things were actually very rewarding. But there's a side of each one of those elements that I chased after for the wrong reason. And then there's a side of each one of those elements that actually has a very big positive around them. And my perspective on each of these items has changed over the years as I continue to grow and evolve, and the reasons behind why I do things, my greater purpose, the why behind a lot of my content and helping people now, it's changed. My perspective is completely different. A lot of the things I wanted to do were out of chasing egotistical, short-term gratification, lustful experiences so I could flex on other people to justify myself as being cool. That's not cool. That part of it is not cool. But honestly, to some extent, I do think if you're really desiring some of those things, you do need to go and explore them. If you're a young dude, honestly, you do need to explore some of these things. Otherwise, you just don't get to experience it for yourself to realize it's not about that shit. Honestly, that's my perspective. If I never got it, I wanted it so bad when I was younger. If I never got it and I had just had to listen to somebody who told me, yeah, it's not all that, I wouldn't believe that. I'd always just be wondering what if. And then as I got into my long-term relationship, or as I grow old, I think I would have all this resentment. I think you need to go experience some of those things. I don't regret any of them. I don't think it's the right path, but I don't regret experiencing a lot of those things. It's almost a necessary stepping stone that you need to get to one mountain to realize, oh, there's actually a bigger mountain in the distance now that I'm at this level, and I may need to actually leave this mountain to go down a better path to get to a higher point later on. Pretty interesting analogy that I just made up on the spot, but it's kind of true, honestly. But back to the point of the opening sentence, which is the idea that boring is the new cool. Because really, to get the things that you want in life, guys, it's being boring. It's saying no to a lot of the short-term fun. It's not even fun at this point. It's not fun to me at this point because I've rewired my brain, and that's what you're gonna need to do as well. Because again, over the last 10 to 12 years, when I was trying to accomplish all these things that I have on paper now that I listed out earlier, when I wanted a lot of those things, I got lost in so many of them. Again, it's really just chasing them for the wrong reasons. But as I slowly removed the drugs, the alcohol, the bad foods, just really pulled back on all the short-term gratification, which is essentially any kind of a vice, right? You want to look at vices as anything that leads to short-term gratification that you later on regret. So you go out, you party, you drink, you feel good, you're gonna regret that tomorrow morning. You do drugs, you're gonna come down, you're gonna regret that tomorrow morning. Day after that, you smoke weed every day, you just try to quit, bro. You're gonna feel like shit, bro. I struggled with weed for 15 years. Those are all vices, right? Short-term gratification leads to regret almost instantaneously with almost all of those things. With pickup and social confidence stuff, it didn't really instantly lead to, I guess, like regret. You know, if I would go out one night and I would end up meeting some girl and I did this pickup and I have this lustful experience, it didn't really lead to regret, because to me at the time I thought it was really cool. But after I went through that so many times, lost count how many fucking times, honestly, but I don't know how many times, 100 plus. At some point, I actually did start to regret it. And it's at a point now where it's like, I don't think getting your body count up is actually like an admirable quality anymore. And if I actually spent the night with a girl that I genuinely didn't have a connection with, or I genuinely didn't think it was of quality, I would legitimately have regret for it the next day. I would. I would be mad I stayed up late. I would be mad I wasted 2, 3, 4 hours of my day. I would even feel stupid after the fact. The moment I nut, I would have a regret. Can't believe I spent 3, 4, 5+ hours and money connecting with a girl, or trying to connect with a girl, to try to run game on a girl that, for what? That I don't even fuck with, really? Yeah, that leads to regret now, but only because I've gone through that so many times. Now, initially, I was on cloud 9 after. I thought it was so cool. I studied all this stuff, went out, did the pickup shit, came home, closed. I was on cloud 9 because for me, I was at a very low level socially and dating wise. So to go from a loser to doing that was a fucking superpower. And that's why I got lost in that stuff way too far into it. And then you stack on the drugs and the alcohol and the partying and the fun, got really lost in it. But that's why I'm telling you guys now, boring is actually the new cool. Boring is my new fun. In a sense that I'm just completely sober. I don't chase after any of those egotistical things. I'm really focused on diving into the uncomfortable actions that I structure out for my day that I need to go through every day. Because as I start to go through those in the day, I hit the wake up time. I just came out the gym, really hard workout, boosted up my frequency, feeling fucking awesome right now, man. Honestly, 167 days straight of going through this routine, hitting the wake up time, going straight into the gym. It's Saturday morning. Nobody's in the gym today, man. The sun's just starting to come up. Nobody was in the gym today. I think it's funny. Someone's walking in right now, first person. I just did my full workout in pitch black. The sun wasn't even up. And Monday through Friday, there's always so many people in there. And I just think it's so funny, honestly. I think it's cool. That's what I'm saying. Boring is a new cool. I thought it was cool that I did my whole workout in there alone today. I was like, fuck yeah, man. I'm doing the shit nobody else is doing. That's how you know. That's how you know. But it takes time, because the old me, when I first started doing the crazy early wake up time, the first 100 days, I thought I was like, what am I doing here? This is lame. Everybody's still out. I could have been out partying. I could have been doing these things. I could have been having fun. But I'm telling you, I just put in the work long enough, consistently enough, and your perspective will start to change. You don't realize that we can adapt to any routine. As human beings, we can adapt to anything, man. We're not stuck to forever thinking that we need this drug, or that we need to do this thing, or that we need to go and have this experience. We're adaptive, man. And if you look at caveman times, we didn't have any of this shit. When you were born, you didn't have any of this shit. These are vices and habits that we've developed through environmental pressures, peer pressure, advertising, all the bullshit. And those became the routines. You don't need that shit. Life is more fulfilling when it's boring. I swear to God. Because you don't need the dopamine hit every 3 fucking minutes. My dopamine hit is hitting the fucking alarm clock going off, looking at my abs in the morning, and then blasting through the workout, and then coming out here in a good mood so I could hit this content piece and give this value to the fucking world. And I put myself through the routine on a daily basis so I can gather more experience to put out more value. That's how the perspective has changed. Once I've removed all the bullshit and realized it's not even about me, I stopped worrying about me. I got to do this so I can feel better about myself, so I could show this person that I'm cool enough so they could validate me and praise me, and I could get this many likes to think that I'm this. That's what we think is cool. That's not cool, man. It's not cool. You're training your brain to be addicted to the wrong fucking things, man. Boring is the new cool. I swear to God, going through my routine, I'm happier right now. Chilling here alone. Chilling here the fuck alone. With a big ass smile on my face. Because I know what I'm going through, man. It puts me at peace, honestly. I'm at peace right now. It's crazy. I'm actually at peace going through the routine. You know when you wouldn't be though? When you have to hit a vape every 3 seconds. When you have to get high every night. When you have to get wasted on the weekend. When you have to have that glass of wine just to unwind. Yes, even one fucking glass of wine counts. Well, it's just a glass of wine. It's healthy for you. No, dude. You think you need that though. You need that though. You need that though because you had a long week. Yeah, it's one glass. I can enjoy it. No, you don't need that shit, bro. Trust me, because I went out last night. My diet's been so fucking dialed in. I went out to eat last night, first time in weeks. And I still got the New York strip. And I still got the sushimi. And I still had the walked mixed vegetables. But I had a couple bites of the sushi roll, and I had a couple bites of the salmon taco, a couple bites of this fried chicken. And dude, I woke up I felt my frequency just going down from that shit. And then this morning I woke up, I was like, damn, it feels like I smoked a fucking blunt. You don't realize how much shit you're putting into your body or that you're consuming content-wise, substance-wise. It's content, it's substances, it's people. You're around the wrong fucking people. You're watching the wrong shit on social media. It's everything, man. The foods, honestly, I didn't even realize the foods. Like, I used to eat out all the time. I would cook all these weird meals all the time. I loved cooking. I've done like 100 days, though, of just single ingredient foods now. Just bison, eggs. 50% of my diet is just eggs. And then ground bison, 300 calories, 400 calories of white rice, some blueberries, some A2 grass-fed yogurt. That's the whole fucking diet, dude. That's the whole diet every day. And I'm used to it and I love it. But that's boring. You eat the food every day. I eat the same fucking diet every single day. And I love it. And I feel great, dude. I'm telling you, it's boring. But it's gonna make you cool. That's the thing. Like, you don't get it. The dudes that you idolize, you want the result, man. You got to be able to put in the work every single day. You know when you're not going to be able to put in the work every single day? When you're dependent on drugs, alcohol, going out, partying, fear of other people's judgment, needing validation from other people, needing egotistical gratification, short-term gratification of anything. Any of this bullshit is going to deviate you from your goal. You know what's fucking cool? Waking up every morning and I check the numbers of my community going up. Going up. But it's not because of the money. I want the money so I can pay my coaches more. I want the money so I can give my mom $10,000 for Christmas. I want the money so I can give my sister 5 racks for her birthday. I want the money so I could just pay other people, so I could give it back to the world, so I could put it into ads, so my views can go even further, so my message can go further. It has nothing to do with me. So when I'm walking down the street, some dude will come up there and say, yo, you changed my life. Or some dude in the community posts his win in the community tab. And I wake up, I go through all the posts in the morning. I respond to every single post in my community. I run a live call every single day in my community. I don't need to do that. When I started the community, I was running it 1 day a week. I was already making enough money. 1 day a week, I was already making enough money. I'm running it every fucking day now. And I'm going out of my way to answer every single post in the community. Well, that's boring. You're on the laptop for that long just answering posts, typing? Yeah, I am. And I eat the same food every day. And I wake up at the same time every day. And I go to the gym every single day. And I'll work out alone with a smile on my face. Now, look, I still go out. I still accomplish things. I'm not saying sit home and do nothing and be bored. I'm saying the uncomfortable actions on a daily basis will appear boring when you're going through it, especially up front. Like if you're trying to script out your first video, for all my people that want to put out content, you're trying to script out your first video, yeah, it's going to be boring when you're sitting there. It's going to be boring and frustrating doing the editing. Keep going, dude. It becomes really fucking cool. Keep going. You don't have any kind of result yet, so you're in that grind phase in the beginning, and that's when your perspective hasn't adapted. You haven't rewired your brain yet. You're still drawn to the idea of boring equals lame, and all you do is see your friends online and they're on social media. Fuck your friends, man. Your friends aren't cool. You think they're cool. They're not cool. I swear to God, your friends aren't cool. Even the people you idolize are not cool. I can tell you because I live in Miami and I'm leveling the fuck up and I see all the people that I used to follow and idolize. I see them in person now. Honestly, I don't idolize any of these people. I swear to God, all I care about is what I'm doing. And it's boring. If you look at it on paper, it's boring, but it's going to become so fulfilling. It's going to become so fulfilling when you can look back 3 months, 6 months, 12 months later, and you'll level up so much faster, man. Because all the shit that you are afraid of removing from your life, they're the things that are keeping you in the same place. I promise you. I've made so much growth in the last 3 months doing the boring shit. And everybody that follows me online, if you watch all my content, I bet you think I'm cool. I'm not trying to brag, like I'm cool, but I bet you think I'm cool. If you watch these videos every day, you would think I'm a cool dude. But if you look at my day, it's boring. That confirms the whole thing. Boring is the new cool. Go through the boring shit. Stop craving the dopamine bullshit, egotistical validation shit that's literally running you into a circle when you could remove all of that and just attack the actionable items that you need to go through every single day to really make a massive transformation. So if you want to actually fast track that process, right? If you want to work with me directly, you can get into the community. You can come to my live coaching calls every day. It's great that you watch my videos every day on this channel. That's great. A lot of you dudes comment that shit. You know what's actually going to make a change though? When you come to a live call at least once a week and you talk to me about what's going on in your week. And I tell you, do this, keep doing that, dude. Keep doing that, because every one of you dudes, you have a win, and then you have a setback. If you were in my community, you wouldn't have a fucking setback. You would have to report to me directly. You would have an obligation to make a post in the community. You have an obligation to come to the call. And then you're not gonna have the setback. The moment you don't have the setback, you level up to the next, you hit the new level up. You break through that ceiling. You could get into my community right now for literally $100, man. A couple dollars a day we're talking about. It comes with a one-on-one onboarding call. I'll sit down for 30 minutes and customize your routine with you. So we have a game plan to stick to. And then you come to the calls throughout the week. You have all the content and you got a popping community. 400 something dudes and rising. By the time you watch this, maybe even more. Get in while the price is still where it's at, because it's going up. Incrementally, this thing will keep going up 200, 250, 300. I used to charge thousands. Honestly, get in while the price is where it's at. Let me change your life for a couple dollars. Stop eating out, stop buying vapes, fucking weed, rounds at the bar, spending money on dates with women that you don't even fuck with or that ghost you because you're not the guy, or spending money on clothes to impress people that you don't even care about, that are not even cool. Put down a couple dollars into yourself. Let me change your life. Click the button below. Get into the community right now. I'll see you on the onboarding call. The moment you join, I will DM you inside the community. Well, you pick out the day and time. I'll jump on that call and give you my all. I'm committed. I'm going all in on my community right now, guys. Answering every post, running live every fucking day. I'm going all out. I want to bring you up with me. Click the button below. Get into this shit, man. Time for a change. I'll see you tomorrow. Let's turn up, man. Let's go.